Okay, so today I'm just going to do a little bit of a tutorial about how I ship certain items. Today I sold a karaoke machine. It was only $28, but this is going to be a box and bag shipment, and I'm just going to show the comparisons between shipping with straight USPS with their built-in insurance as opposed to shipping with Pirateship via UPS Surepost with an added third-party insurance, and how sometimes using that third-party insurance through Pirateship is beneficial, depending on the pricing. So I'm going to go through the whole spiel here on a screen capture and show you what I'm talking about. But sometimes you can make out and you can avoid having to deal with USPS's ridiculous claims process that they go through, and sometimes deny you even though they shouldn't be denying you. Like, a lot of times they'll deliver to the wrong place and claim that it wasn't their fault, and or they'll damage something and claim it wasn't their fault, and they'll want you to bring it down to the post office to prove that it was damaged. So it's a lot of rigmarole to go through with straight USPS. Pirateship's a little bit easier to work with, so I'm just going to go through this tutorial quickly with a box and bag shipment. Okay, so here's the situation that I often find myself in. Trying to protect myself from USPS losing the item, then refusing to pay on the claim because the buyer may not want to go down to the post office and show the either damaged item if it's damaged, or USPS, like it's done in its infinite stupidity sometimes, has delivered it to the wrong place and it's marked as delivered and the buyer never got it. So I've had situations like this happen a couple of times. So what I'm trying to do here is to prevent myself from being burned. I'm going to show you what I do to try to cover myself as much as I possibly can. So, anyway, here's the situation. So I just sold this item here, vintage Hasbro Ikara karaoke plug and play song cartridge. So it's a karaoke machine with a song cartridge here. It was only $28, but still $28 is $28 if they lose it, So I could buy using USPS Ground Advantage, buy the label going to Missouri for $7.52. But if USPS damages it or loses it, they are a pain in the ass to deal with. I mean, literally, they're a real. UPS is not so bad. Give them pictures and proof, and they pay. FedEx, the same thing. USPS, they're a real pain to deal with. So, in order to kind of circumnavigate the situation, I can go to Pirateship. Anyway, here's the item, the karaoke machine with Pirateship at a length of 11 and a width of 7, 2 pounds. If I were to go and get the rates, hopefully it'll not take forever. Okay, so the cheapest possible I can get is $6.72. But now we have to take into account that if I do go ground saver and they lose it on the USPS side, which, don't forget, it's parcel select, so there is no insurance on that side, then I would be kind of screwed as well. So what I can do, and it would probably cost me just a tiny bit more, like 20 cents more I think, is I can click over here on insurance and I can put in excuse me, $28, because that's the selling price just about on eBay. Okay, go and get my rates now with that $1 extra. And now, if we go down, yes, it's $7.72 as opposed to eBay's $7.52. So 20 cents more. But if I do it this way, I'll be protected on the UPS side. If they lose it or they damage it, I can make a claim, get my money back. And by adding in this extra dollar, which actually, if you look over here, it is now Insure Shield. We also have our 25-cent increase because of peak season. So if that wasn't there, it would be, lower. But since it's peak season, but I would rather, in this particular instance, go ahead and buy this, send a UPS ground saver, and still have insurance on the other side, which doesn't by default have any insurance, because when it gets handed off to USPS from UPS, it goes parcel select, which is just, you're back at a bus, maybe it gets there, maybe it doesn't shipping. Usually it does. But since this is not a really cheap item, if it was a $5 or a $10 item, maybe I'd say to hell with it and just ship it ground saver and just hope it gets there. But that is about it. That's the gyration that I do. Might sound a little convoluted, but I've noticed that it kind of protects me a little bit more, even though I'm paying slightly more than with eBay, because they're a pain in the neck. I'd rather deal, because Pirateship is very good to deal with. I've never actually had to make a claim with them. When I've talked to people who've done the claim and I've looked online, they said they're very easy to deal with. They don't, make the person take it down to the post office. I think you can just send pictures and you're okay. But from what I understand, they're better than dealing directly with USPS. So that's about it. And thank you for taking a watch of this video. Hope it was helpful.